Alright fam, we've been holding off a little while on making this video. I've gotten a few messages from you guys asking, why the heck can't I buy a house? Why is everything so expensive? So let's dive into this a bit. This article is from CNBC.com. If you search pricing increases in October, you will find a plethora of articles all saying the same thing. We've had multiple huge increases in pricing, up to 32% in Phoenix alone. That is ridiculous. It's a desert out there. We're going to live in a sand hut. It'll be an expensive sand hut. Anyways, we're going to jump into some of these reasons and theoreticals and what the future holds. After all, I've correctly called the housing crisis 9 out of the last 2 times. So keep that in mind. Now, there are several reasons for the explosion in housing prices, some of which start right with Opendoor, Trulia, and Zillow. For a while there, they were getting into real estate themselves. They were overbuying, overpaying, doing a little quick paint, a little quick cleaning, probably spray painted that grass. That's really, really green grass for Texas. That's not common. You guys can see what Opendoor is currently holding as listings right now. These are not MLS listings. These are specifically Opendoor listings here in Central Texas. Let's take a look at this area right here, Austin, which is a very hot area. You guys can see $600,000 for a 1,600 square foot home, which really doesn't have a whole lot of upgrades. I mean, look at this. This is a sad kitchen. But this is what Opendoor does. This is what Trulia does. Redfin, Zillow. They buy up what they believe to be at the time cheap real estate. They give it a quick little lipstick on a pig makeover. They put it right back on the market. And honestly, in this market, this house might actually sell rather quickly. There are some issues with the way they do things. A lot of times you'll see listings pop up and sit on the market for quite some time. These are all brand new listings that have just popped up. Let's go ahead and look at the lowest price listings here. So right off the bat, you guys can see 672 square feet, $150,000. This has been on the market for 1 whole month. Now, you don't need access to MLS listings to see this. All you have to do is go over to opendoor.com and see the ridiculousness that is going on over there. I guarantee that they probably paid quite a penny for this house right here over on Whitman. But there's a whole lot of listings like this that just won't move. I actually remember this specific listing here in Central City. I went to show it. I want to say 3 years ago, it would not sell at a very, as of now, reasonable price. But here you have it. Opendoor picked it up. I don't even believe they changed the colors on that home. It has no central air, no central heating. All it has is window units and single pane windows. Yet, they're expecting to get $160,000 from this virtually staged home with builder grade cabinets from the 1960s. Now that you guys have seen a little bit there on the large buying and reselling that is going on by the big corporations, which, by the way, have messed up so badly that they've had to pull out of the buying and reselling game. That is not what she said. They are in trouble. Let's dive in a little bit onto the other reason why real estate is so expensive. You have another problem here known as wholesalers. What is a wholesaler? Wholesalers are people that buy real estate, except they don't actually buy it. They find off-market deals, they get them under contract, they find other investors or buyers or realtors, and they turn around and they flip what is essentially the contract for a price. Now, this isn't always a bad thing because they're able to find investment properties that wouldn't otherwise be available to investors. This is where we begin to cross into the gray areas here. Now, yes, you absolutely can buy and resell a contract, at least in my state. What I don't like is lately there are so few off-market deals that these guys have begun buying and reselling contracts straight from the multiple listing service. Is that legal? I have no clue, fam, but it is something that is going on, and properties are being locked up for ridiculous amounts. Look at this, $135,000. They email it out to their investors as some sort of hidden investment property opportunity, but come on, guys, it even says active option right there at the top, which means it was indeed an MLS listing. At least do a better job at being a middleman, fam. One of the other issues that is causing a massive, massive spike in pricing is the lack of foreclosures. Foreclosures made up a large segment of investment properties. Now, I know that seems like a bad thing, but it was part of the real estate market prior to the pandemic. You guys can see here on this map of Central Texas just how many foreclosures there were waiting to happen. This is so many foreclosures on this map. I can't even pull them up all at the same time. These are not just mortgage foreclosures. These are also tax lien foreclosures. Roughly estimating from the numbers that I was able to see, 85% of these foreclosures are mortgage related. The only thing that's holding this mountain of foreclosures back from happening are the restrictions on foreclosures brought about by the pandemic. So let's talk about the foreclosure forbearance. The government stepped in early on during the pandemic and gave not just assistance to homeowners and renters, but a stay on foreclosures. What that meant was during the pandemic, you were not allowed to be foreclosed on. And these forbearances are expiring in January, not just in my state, but in multiple states across the country. Here in New York, you can expect the moratorium to expire on January 15th. And yes, there are funds allocated to help people deal with this sort of problem, including evictions, which is another problem that landlords are having to face. No tenants means no rents. No rents means no money. A lot of these landlords have mortgages on those homes they have to pay that cannot pay without rent. I'm not the only one that's woke to this topic. There are multiple articles, multiple investors that are just waiting for these moratoriums to end. Once these moratoriums end, there will be a surplus of investment property on the board. Just to give you guys a better idea of how dire the situation is, normally Central Texas has roughly 12 to 20,000 listings available at any given time. That is all residential listings, all price ranges, all sizes, all areas within my board of realtors. As of today, December 29th, we are down to 4,122, and that is not the lowest I have seen this number go. I've seen it down into the low 3,000s, which is quite scary. Let me show you guys the absolute cheapest home in my area, which is this $45,000 for a 1,000 square foot, 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom home. Now I know what you're thinking. Joe, that's not bad. You probably should jump all over that. That works out to roughly $45 a square foot. Resale values per square foot in this day and age for a good flip start in the $90 range, right? Wrong. This city I've never heard of, Mathis. The county San Patricio, I know. This is going to be close to Corpus Christi, so not only are you talking about a legendary commute, but this is what's waiting for you when you get there. Beautiful, beautiful work to be done. This is the wonderful looking bathroom here. Of course, you gotta love that beautiful hardwood flooring there. Sorry for the potato camera pictures, but this is what my board of realtors allows. And you've got these beautifully textured and painted walls. They're even throwing in a ceiling fan, customizable here for you. But this is the situation that the country is in currently. Some states are worse than others. Will this go away soon? I don't know. But for the meantime, while rates are still low and inflation is incredibly high, we have a vast, dangerous combination of items that keeps accelerating the price in housing. The last time I saw a situation like this play out, we were in late 2006, late 2007. I saw people getting into real estate that had no business being anywhere near real estate. Fixing up patches in drywall with duct tape, terrible, terrible ideas. And the worst part of it all was it was working, and houses were still selling at that point in time up until the market began to slow down. I really believe that the main issue plaguing this market right now is supply. This will begin to drop. The other thing that people were failing to factor in was the rising price of construction materials, which skyrocketed new housing prices. A lot of those prices have come back down to earth. Lumber doesn't cost an arm and a leg anymore. You don't have to give up your newborn for a pallet of steel. Well, you might have to. I'm not sure. The point is, building materials have become more affordable, and you don't have to build walls out of shelves. So that's going to do it for this one. I will leave a link to that article down below, as well as Open Door and some other foreclosure sites that I like to use when I'm searching for properties. There are no affiliate links here. I'm just trying to share information with you guys. Have at it. Good luck.